Okay, listen, I want to see if I can make this as easy as possible. Just imagine that I'm going to show you what support and resistance are. So I'm going to start on a 1 hour, and then I'm going to show you on the 4 hour time frame. Okay, um, and why what um, what support resistance is. Market, aftermarket, pre-market to market. There's many ways to go in there, but let me just show you what what I mean by that. Okay, uh, and this is what I want you to look at. Okay, right now we're on a 1 hour 180 time frame. We have a high, and then we have a low established. Okay, there and here. Now, what I keep saying is that this right here is what I call your your move. This is where you're trying to look to see if it's starting to create higher lows and higher highs off of this market, aftermarket to pre-market, okay, to tops. When it says go up, you want to catch the resistance and then follow down to support. See this support right here? Okay, let me bring this up to you. I don't want to move my graph yet. Okay, let's just do this. I don't want. Okay, I want to make this, and even see off this high and this low, still the same thing, but we've established this. We've established this, but let's go further over. This is high, and this is a low. So right here is what's showing me that this is going to be your here. Let's clear the studies for now, or not. Let me know. Let me just stay on point with you guys, okay? I'm looking at my main thing is right now we've established um, three markets. This right here is a market, aftermarket, pre-market, market, aftermarket, pre-market support off of this. So it's starting to make higher highs, but that's 1, 2, and 3, and it's making your move. Okay. Now, only thing I'm trying to go in there, I want to break this down on your market. I want you to see how market support, boom, higher lows off of this mark. See this pre-market to market, pre-market to market, and pre-market to market support. Okay, comes into a market support, and then it comes up. We'll talk about your resistance lines, but I'm right now is letting you identify market, aftermarket, pre-market, aftermarket, pre-market. See higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows begins to get higher highs off the higher lows, and now boom, you're going up. Okay, look at it again. Look at this right here. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. I want you to see this. I want you to be able to see this. I use a Fibonacci scale. We'll go over that later. I think that's it. Okay. I want you to see off of this high, this high, okay. I have to go back into it again. Okay. They always say you have to go left. Always look left before you go right. Okay, but you got to go back. All right, you got to go back. So we're using this high right here, right now. I'm using this one. Okay, doesn't matter because these are all all these are where you're gonna draw your people draw their boxes. Okay, you draw your boxes up your 1 hour candles. Okay, your bottoms, your supports, and your resistance. Okay, you see where I've done it. But what I want you to understand is how are you? What are you looking at? You have this is what I mean by market and pre-market to market support. Then it resists. Let's come in and zoom closer. Let's come in and zoom closer. Okay, and then we have this right here, market support. All right, and resistance. Yeah, you see where I looked at it. I've seen this was a market. This was a market, aftermarket, and pre-market resist. Okay, it opened up below your market high and your market low. Guys, I want you to see this. This is where I'm at. Can you see that? Okay, but now let's go in and understand market. When you hear that it must resist and hold support. This is what we're talking about. It must resist and hold support, and now you're into your move going up. Okay, this is your major move going up. I got 1, 2, 3. Market support, open, and go. Boom, you're in. Now, one thing I always look at when I say patience, we have patience, pace. What I look at here, let's do this. This is pace. This is how you analyze your what I mean by I'll go into more in detail. This is what I want. Let's see what it looks like. This is what you're learning to analyze, guys. This is patience. I'll get better in explaining this, but we'll go over it in a better. Um, I'll get better at it without going on a tangent. Okay. Um, let's see where. Okay, I missed that. But what I want you to do is learn how to draw off of market support and resistance. Okay. Um, knowing why we have, like I said, this market, aftermarket, pre-market to market um, resistance. Okay. Now, when I tell you, come on, no, come on, come on, go outside. I'll cut this out. You have. I just want you to understand what when you're looking at your trade, market, your market, pre-market, aftermarket, support and resistance. This is important. This right here is your 7 o'clock, and this right here is your 11 o'clock candlestick. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. So this right here is going down, and it basically went in, and then it was going to come up and give you a give you it gave you support. Okay, and then it came up, and then it resisted here, and it created it resisted this the same thing. Look at, I mean, duplicate. What do you see this, guys? See that right there? This right here, boom, boom, and then we got a support. We just stretch this because it should have came over there. All right, let's go here and understand off of this this high and this low. Okay, um, we have a resistance, and if we go back a little bit further, you'll see that there might have been a market or pre-market support that it needed to. Okay, do you guys understand? No, all right. So I want to make it so you understand that's a resistance and a support. Okay, let's go back over here now. Yes, let's use this. Let's just use this time here. Okay, let's just use this time here. Okay, we have a market, aftermarket, and pre-market resistance. Okay, that drove this down into its downstream. Do you guys see that? Now we have a support. We have a support and a resistance. And here we go. It didn't open up above the, it opened up below the market high and the market low. Do you see these? Do you see these candles? I'll go in there, but I want you guys to go understand and look at your your candlestick patterns. But this right here is a support and a resistance. These two candles, and look, and it goes down. I want you guys to see market, aftermarket, and pre-market, support and resistance to market resistance. Okay, market, aftermarket, pre-market to market resistance. Well, I'll go into in a more detail on the second videos. Okay, I'm gonna break this down until you start to see until you're seeing your market, aftermarket, um, um, to pre-market to market resistance. Okay, here we go. Market, and this is a support. Oh, this is market, aftermarket, pre-market, support. Boom. Okay, to resistance, because this right here was what it resisted. Okay, and this is your hourly time frame. Look at this chart. Keep going over it. Um, um, any questions in there? We'll do it. I normally do this on Saturday. I take the time out to go over my charts on Saturday and watch your market, your market, your market, aftermarket, pre-market, market, aftermarket to market, aftermarket, pre-market to market support. Try to look at see these little candles. These aren't big candles, so like I said, it's showing me that it's going. But when you start seeing these bigger moves, these bigger candles forming, that means you're going to go into the greater part of the move. Look at market, market, aftermarket, pre-market, support and resistance. You'll know when to go in and look at it. Keep looking at this chart. Okay, guys, we'll go over it. I'll go over it in more detail to where I can explain. If what I'm not saying is clear, I want you guys to come back on it, okay? And tell me, leave in a comment. Essex, I didn't understand this. But looking at VIX, just this is about to open up. If it resists, which right now looks like VIX can come here, can close at $25. And then this will be the first target price to me right here. I'm going to do this. This is because it's the next market, okay? VIX can go here to 24, or it can still resist this here. So I'm going to put 2. I'm going to put first target, second target. Okay, second target. So I did that right there, guys. Okay, first target, second target. But look at this. Look where it can duplicate. Look where it can go. Okay, and let's see. Let's add a study to it. Oh, I'll do that. Normally you have your 200, well, or your 50. But I'm trying to keep them long. Keep these short, and then we'll go along. Support, market, pre-market to market support, market to aftermarket to pre-market support. Boom, that's your 1, 2, and 3. Be patient. Go over it. Look at it. Here goes your um, um, resistance to support. We got another high and a low, but it creating a higher low off of this low here. And what is it doing? Another create a low, higher lows, and bam, it's going up. So there's another. If you're trading during the day, there's another market to support. So um, um, and boom, it's going. And what's it doing? Repeating basically where we're coming back here. It's a high, and now we get ready to create another a lower high, and 1, and then we got 2, and then we have 3 resistance, and then we have this where it stays above and goes up. Look, just keep looking at the market, aftermarket, pre-market support, market, aftermarket, pre-market support to market support. You and always say about when they say just just for now learn to trade off of support and resistance. I'm a strategist. I'm just teaching you a strategy that maybe help you to get you along in identifying trades without looking at a bot. Okay, this is the information that your robot is going through. Okay, all right, people, my babies, my my Pace family and Christ. You guys, listen. This is all I have. This is the knowledge that God has given me. It took me 4 years to actually see it, and within this year, I started seeing it. Now, I'm telling you that the candlestick isn't making the problem. It's you and I. We haven't got into trust and look at because we haven't did our due diligence to understand what the chart is saying. Okay. Um, I said I wasn't going to go on a tangent. This is still too long, 22 minutes. But listen, subscribe, leave a comment. Okay. Um, and this is what I'll be sharing. I'm going to do your 1 hour, but I'm going to go more in depth because the market is about to open. Okay. And you do your 1 hour, drawing. If you use gray boxes, you might use support. Just single support and resistance line. You might use Fibonacci. In the other tape, in the other recordings, I'll go deeper. I'll break it down. How I use my Fibonacci scale. I'll show you how I use the RSI. I'll show you how I use my indicators, whether you use a Bollinger Band or VWAP or your simple moving average, exponential average. It doesn't matter. I want you to see this before I bring on other charts, okay? Before I bring on indicators. But you must see this. This is your hour time frame. Don't forget, please don't forget to subscribe and follow. Share. If you're not doing this, somebody that you might think that needs help that isn't trading with a robot, who can't afford trading with a robot, you can take this and try to understand it. Use your paper trading account. Open up a brokerage account to where when it comes in there, you'll be able to, take advantage of the knowledge that you'll be able to apply here. There's just, uh, uh, I'm going to do something for you. Let's see. Let's do the RSI. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in your pattern, and then I'm going to change. I'm going to change this. Let's do, yeah, let's do, and let's do, okay, we can do that too. Let's see. I want you to see what, you know, how I use this graph to understand where where it's resistant. Right now, it's under the 50. Okay, this is under the 50 on your RSI. Okay, put your RSI in your chart if you can. But now it's breaking up. It's about to come up, and it may resist and come down, and then do this. What's today? Thursday. Thursday, Friday. Okay, Friday. So Friday, it could break out based on this. It can break out and go. Listen, you got 23, 24, and all the way up to $27 to $30. That VIX can just boom break out. Look at this, 1 and 2 and 3. This is 3 soldier move. But it could come down here and just do this. Okay? And then do this. And then do this. Play in between this high, this low and this high. Okay? So guys, I'm just sharing this for you. This is how I use an RSI scale. If it resists this, and it may come up, and let's see this. Let's look at this right here. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this right, because this is a high and this is a low, because it went high, low, and so let's use this. Let's use this too. Let's use this. You see, I go to the wick, top of the wick. That means it can come here, come down here, and go up. Okay? Or it can just come up here. Okay? You guys, you got 1, 2, 3. This is open field for VIX. I had to do the whole thing. Right now, just going in there, say VIX hit $32 today. It can hit 32. It can hit, or just resist and come back and go. But this is your 1, 2, 3. It already hit support, and then we got a market. You have we have a aftermarket to market, so to market support. Boom, go up. Then we got another market to market supports. 1, 2, 3. This if it opens up strong, you guys look. Who knows? It can go up to say $40. Well, let's see. I'm sorry. Let's not go. First one, 32. 32. Let's see, 27. But it has to come in and hold support here. It must break this, get back to this here. I always say line of scrimmage. You guys don't see that. I'll eventually start relating to you guys by the like a football. You're on the 25-yard line, guys, coming out your end zone, and you're trying to get to the other side of the field. Just keep that in mind. You're trying to get to the 50-yard line, but until you get to that, you guys are going to be changing hands. Okay, you're going to be changing hands, and and you're going to be calls. You're going to be puts. You're going to be calls. You're going to be puts. You're going to be calls. You're going to be puts. Okay, you're going to be calls, and until you get to this, um, until you get to that point. This is your 25%. This is your 50% of your big candle. This is your 75% of your big candle. Okay, so imagine, and I'm going to show you guys something. What I mean by a candle. I'm going to add this in there right quick. This is your candle, babies. You got a candle forming, and each time that candle forms off of another, it forms off a big candle. Okay. It forms off a big candle. I said I was going to end it, but I'm sorry. I brought you guys. I'm going to split this up. Now, this is when you use your RSI scan. You have this. You're marking your candles. 75, 50, and you got your 25. This is how you're looking at your candles. When they talk about 25, if it resists this, okay, then it's going down. But if it comes here, this is a move. And it comes here, hold support. Then it starts to come here and create higher highs off of this, or it may range in here. So that was 2 days. The third day might be the completion where it continues to finish off this move, or it may do it all in this one day, or it may do it in 2 days, come back and make a pyramid. Okay. Make a pyramid, or it may come and go up and retest. Say 11 o'clock in the afternoon, you may have it go up, boom, and come back down. This and still hold support, and then start either this, and then this, and here, and there. So you guys, I want you to understand and look at what it's going, and then it plays out and come back and retest from here, because it's looking for your is looking for support. So this market support could be from time frame. Maybe the first half an hour it does this. At 7 o'clock, you got I always use time. Me and my buddy always talk about that. You got this 7 o'clock move, okay, and then 7:05. This is your scalp. This is what they'll call a long move. From here, go long, bam. That means some people call it just a short, but it resisted this 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 market to aftermarket. Okay, high and low. Okay, double candle. So here it's saying, okay, it may come back down and test it, come back down. Here it is. Let's say this is at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And you got to move and say it comes back down to here. Okay, makes this right here support, and then continues to create higher in pre-market, and then it resists this market here, and then goes down here. Okay, and then it goes. So the thing is, learning how to buy off support and sell into resistance, buy off a resistance and sell into support, buy off support, sell into resistance, wherever you have your lines at. Okay, buy off support, buy off support. Wait, all right, wait a minute. Buy off support, sell into resistance. Okay, you can see that support, sell into resistance. Okay, we'll go over it. Subscribe, talk to me. I'll I'll start holding a Zoom, a 15-minute Zoom. Um, each course, each each section, I want to be able to break it down for you. Okay, I want you to see 1 hour. Then I'll go to that, show you how to utilize the RSI that I've learned how to. Okay, okay, that's it.